Andulsalami says Nigeria could have been better off if Buhari and Idiagbon stayed longer. I don't understand. Buhari should have stayed longer. Stayed longer where? Eh? Who is this Andulsalami? This man that is writing book up and down, abeg. Former head of state General Andulsalami Abubakar retired has expressed the belief that Nigeria might have achieved stronger economic growth, development, and social order had the military government of Major General Muhammadu Buhari and Brigadier Tunde Idiagbon remained in power beyond his 20-month tenure. Andulsalami made this disclosure in this autobiography in a chapter reflecting on a series of military interventions that shaped Nigeria's political history and the growing politicization of the armed forces during that period. According to him, despite the excesses associated with the Buhari administration, the regime succeeded in restoring discipline, patriotism, and public order at a time when many Nigerians had grown disillusioned with the civilian government it had overthrown. That was the first time Buhari was president. Not this one that he did and scattered the economy, because this one that he did, you cannot tell us that we should have allowed him to do more. He maintained that in his view, the Buhari-Idiagbon government brought considerable sanity to the country, describing both men as disciplined individuals who sought to promote law, order, and patriotism among Nigerians during their time in office. He explained that the regime introduced measures aimed at instilling order, including environmental sanitation exercises, enforced public queuing, and stricter regulations of public conduct, while acknowledging that the administration faced widespread criticism over detections without trial, media censorship, and harsh prison sentences handed to politicians. Andulsalami argued that the government had been attempting to address deep-rooted national decay. He admitted that the regime had its excesses, noting that Nigerians grew impatient with what they considered overly harsh governance, particularly the jailing of politicians, some for as long as 500 years, alongside the detention of human rights activists without trial and censorship of the press. Despite the shortcomings, the former head of state maintained that the administration had been on the right path before it was eventually overthrown on August 27, 1985, expressing the belief that had the Buhari's regime stayed in power longer, Nigeria might not be facing its current challenges. And some measures of law and order might have taken firmer roots. Now so, the retired general also disclosed that, contrary to widespread assumptions, he had absolutely no knowledge of the August 1985 coup that removed Buhari from office, and brought his longtime friend and military colleague, General Ibrahim Babangida, to power. You are a liar, old man that is lying. You had no knowledge of the August 1985 coup. Oh, really? You are a liar. He explained that many had expected him to be among the plotters owing to his close relationship with Babangida, with whom he attended the same primary and secondary school and later served in the military, but insisted that he had no involvement in or prior knowledge of the coup. We have heard you. We have heard you. He added that he never confronted Babangida about being excluded from the planning, but believed the omission may have been intentional. So your friend excluded you from something that you thought you would have benefited from, and you did not ask that your friend why. Now rubbish friendship una dey do. Now rubbish friendship una dey do might have been intentional, possibly to keep him outside the conspiracy so he could serve as a safeguard should events go wrong, noting that military training emphasizes always maintaining a backup position. Andulsalami described the 1985 takeover as essentially a palace coup that targeted only Buhari and Idiagbon, noting that it was bloodless, unlike several earlier military interventions in the country's history. Reflecting on the December 31, 1983 coup that brought Buhari to power, he recalled that the call being on his way to Kaduna Airport to fly his ailing mother abroad for treatment. See, and since 1980 something, they fly their people go abroad. They no fix hospitals so that they can be here and be treated. They rather carry their family members, carry themselves abroad. This was 1983. It is well for treatment when Brigadier Sani Abacha announced the overthrow of President Shehu Shagari's administration. He noted that Abacha's broadcast cited corruption, economic mismanagement, unemployment, food shortages, decaying infrastructure, and unpaid salaries as justification for the intervention, although he maintained that he had never personally supported coup. Now, so Andulsalami acknowledged that many Nigerians welcomed the change at the time, believing the civilian government had lost touch with the people's welfare. He noted that the repeated military interventions gradually drew the armed forces deeper into political affairs, exposing officers to significant personal and professional risk. The former head of state also revealed that he was once interrogated during investigation into the alleged 1986 coup plots involving Major General Mamman Vatsa, simply because he had attended a social gathering in Port Harcourt where some of the alleged conspirators were also present. So you were not in any of the coup. The one that happened in 1983, the one that happened in 1986, you were not there, but you know about it. You're a liar. Old man liar. He explained that he appeared before a special investigation panel chaired by Brigadier Andulsalami, which also included the then Inspector General of Police, Gambo Jimeta, and was eventually cleared after providing satisfactory explanation. This Princess says just maybe if they stayed much longer, but the economy was bleeding during that time. We couldn't import goods, especially raw materials, into the country because no foreign bank gave credit line to Nigeria anymore due to no foreign reserves and heavy debt. They had no idea what to do until Babangida came and took IMF loan and reset the economy. Akeke says it's not true. Buhari is a mistake to Nigerians. It is well. Adebola said no be you kick them comot. Sylvester said which of the Buhari? That one or Sudan one? I don't know. Jacob says please remove Buhari Idiagbon regime, but simply say General Babatunde Idiagbon regime. As you know, if Idiagbon is in country, Babangida and his team cannot try it because they know who is Buhari and they easily took over power from Buhari. The regime brought everything under control and everything is going well for Nigeria. No buying, arson, tribalism, cheating. There is education, oneness, unity, but when Buhari is given another 8 years chance, reverse is the case. Everybody saw it. Michael said, but that same Buhari was given a second chance. What did he do? Or was that thing not Buhari or Idiagbon was the good man behind the better politics? Now. Like I said, I totally agree with General Andulsalami over these issues because the government of Buhari and Idiagbon was tackling the problems that were making nonsense of this country, Nigeria. So why couldn't he tackle the problem when he came for a second term? How do I put it? When he was given opportunity to be president again, why didn't he do what he did in 1983 or 19 whatever? Why? I beg. God to judge rightly. Okay. Solo says actually it wasn't Buhari ruling that time, but Idiagbon exactly. Exactly. Actually, if they continue, Nigeria could have been better off because they made laws that make Nigeria to obey even if I were Enugu. We started queuing and never urinate in the corner again. Oh, then we have to go back to that time. Since you are my listeners, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.